Good morning, everybody. And no, I'm not on the ranch today. I'm actually at the Antique Gas and Steam Engine Museum. This is Thursday before Father's Day weekend, 2022. And I should have started this video with the engine when it was dropped off to me a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't going to do anything with the engine because it was destined for yard art. That's where it came from, was yard art. I'm talking about the rusty Hercules here. It is in a million pieces now. It was dropped off, rusted. It'd been in a creek, so it was pretty rusty. And so I brought it out here for just display, and I was bored last Sunday night after everybody left. We were setting up and was looking at it. I said, well, let's see how rusty it is. And of course I didn't do a video on it because I didn't know this was going to happen. So that being said, as you can see, it's all apart. It didn't come apart very easy, but it did come apart. And I took it apart with limited resources since I am at a show. But let's start looking at the pieces here. This piece was already broke. The mag trip was already broke when I got it. It was laying in the hopper, but it was there. It's most likely fixable, but like I said, limited resources here. Did get the valves out. Pretty rusty, but usable for this project. Got all the rings unstuck. What else? So far, everything is looking usable of what I have here. Of course, cotter pins and stuff like that I had to replace. I started cleaning some of the stuff up. Here's the fuel pipe. That's how rusty it was. Or here's a better idea. It didn't have a spark plug in it, but I don't know if the camera will focus, but it's no sign of threads in there at all. So I do have a 1/2-inch pipe tap. I don't know if that's going to clean up or not. We'll find out. There's some in there, but man, it's pretty rusty. I think there's the main bearings are pretty beat up. That one's broken in half, but it will work for the time being. This engine saw a hard life as it was a cement mixer motor. You can see the teeth are still full of dirt in there. I did have another trip arm, so that will help with the getting running. That rod bearing is still stuck on the crank. Well, you can see how bad the crank was, or is. I haven't cleaned the crank yet. The block I have cleaned. The cylinder came out pretty good. It does have a couple of small pits in the very front, as you can see, but I don't think that will bother anything as it's right at the top of the bore. Gas tanks, see-through gas tank, so you can see if the gas is bad. Even the fuel mech is still there. Top's rotted off. We won't be using that. This is just to get it running. The governor came loose. Did take it all apart, somewhat assembled it back together. But that is all the pieces. I do have a mag in the RV that I can put on it. So hopefully in the next few hours we can see if this thing will run. But I probably won't do a video of assembling it because it's basic assemble stuff. I'll maybe take some pictures or whatever. But that's what I've been up to. Plus, the show starts this weekend, so Father's Day weekend, so I'm going to be busy with that. So I don't know this will be in between time. But that is the project. All together in a little magic of editing.